Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are discussing about the NPSH. If you want to understand what is a NPSH and how to calculate it, you have to watch video without any skip. If you miss any step, you can't understand how to calculate it and why essentially it. So without any delay, let's start the video. What is the NPSH? NPSH means net positive suction head. In that NPSH, how much pump suction left to achieve by creating a partial vacuum. So another term is NPSHA. NPSHA means net positive suction head available. NPSHA is a function of pump suction system. It is a depend on the particular site condition. For a pump selection, it is a main requirement because of without NPSHA value, we can't select a right pump for a site. It is a mainly affect when a site condition is a negative. The question is that how to calculate the NPSHA, means net positive suction head available. Okay, let's take an example. If your site condition is a positive suction, okay, positive suction means water level is above the impeller center, is a positive suction condition. Okay, here is a impeller center datum and these one are the water level. It is above the impeller center. Okay, so NPSHA is equal to atmospheric pressure minus vapor pressure plus liquid height minus friction in a suction line. Okay, suppose atmospheric pressure is a 9.8 meter. Okay, atmospheric pressure is a height from the sea level. Every location areas atmospheric pressure is a different. If you want to find out the atmospheric pressure in your area, you can be search on a Google. You can find out the atmospheric pressure in your area. Okay, another term is a vapor pressure. Okay, every liquid is a vaporized at a different temperature. Okay, suppose our water temperature is a 30 degree. So what is the vapor pressure? The vapor pressure value you have to find out on a stream table. Okay, here I can attach the screenshot of the stream table. Okay, our temperature is a 30 degree. So vapor pressure is a 0.042 bar. Okay, so multiplying by 10.2, you can convert into a meter. Okay, so our vapor pressure is a 0.43 meter. Okay, next one is a liquid height. Okay, these one are the liquid height from impeller center datum to water level is a liquid height. Okay, minus friction in suction line. Okay, suppose our friction suction line is a 0.3 meter. So we are substituting the value. Okay, NPSH is equal to atmospheric pressure 9.8 meter, vapor pressure 0.43 meter, 8 meter, liquid height, and we are considering the friction loss 0.3 meter. Okay, so our NPSHA is equal to 70.07 meter is our NPSHA value. Okay, so another term is the friction in suction line. Okay, what is the friction in a suction line? Friction in a suction line means a losses in a suction line. Suppose in your suction line has a n number of joint, bend and all, so it's affect on this suction head. So by considering all of losses, friction loss to be calculated. Okay, Okay, we are taken another example of a negative suction. Negative suction means a water level is a below impeller center is called as a negative suction. Okay, NPSH A is equal to atmospheric pressure minus vapor pressure minus liquid height minus friction in a suction line. Okay, suppose at a side condition atmospheric pressure is a 9.8 meter, vapor pressure at a 30 degrees Celsius is a 0.43 meter as per steam table. Liquid height from water level to impeller center is a 4 meter, and suppose considering friction loss is a 0.3 meter. So by substituting all value, atmospheric pressure 9.8 meter, vapor pressure 0.43, liquid height 4 meter, and considering the friction loss is a 0.3 meter. So our NPSH A is a 5.07 meter at a negative suction. So we are taken there another term NPSH-R. NPSH-R means net positive suction head required. The NPSH-R is a function of pump design, which is a value defined at the pump duty or operating point. Okay, during pump selection, always remember that NPSH-A is a greater than the NPSH-R. Every pump manufacturer NPSH-R value are normally mentioned on the pump performance curve. So why essential NPSH-R value? Main reason is to avoid cavitation and a smooth operation of pump. Okay, so what is the cavitation? Actually, cavitation is a very vast subject. We can't cover in a one video. Okay, so cavitation causes the vibration, noise, and it is a very harmful to the pump. It is damaging the internal part of the pump. When cavitation is a start, the pump pressure of fluid must be maintained the above vapor pressure, and below vapor pressure cavitation start. Okay, every manufacturer specifies or provided flow versus NPSH-R curve. Okay, this is the flow versus NPSH-R curve. Okay, pump NPSH-R value change with respect to the air flow. Okay, if your flow is a change, the NPSH-R value is also change. So question is that how to conduct NPSH-R test. NPSH-R test to be carried out by two methods. First method is a water sump level down, and second method is a suction wall throttling method. Okay, normally sump level down is not possible, so using the suction throttling method to carry out the NPSH-R test. So first NPSH method is the sump level down method. Okay, in that method we down this sump level step by step and carry out the NPSH test. So what happening when we down the sump level step by step? Our suction requirement is rises. Okay, and delivery head is slightly decreases. Okay, you can look here. We down the sump level by step 2 meter, 3 meter, 4 meter. Okay, here looking our total head remains same. Okay, but at last moment what happening? Our 3% head drop happening here. So we can stop here to take a reading. Okay, so what is the NPSH formula? NPSH is equal to atmospheric pressure minus vapor pressure minus suction head plus V square upon 2J of suction pipes plus minus Z. Okay, here Z is the impeller center to suction center height. Because of our impeller set datum and suction datum is different. Okay, so we can find out the NPSH test at the impeller center. So we considering here Z. Okay, so by substituting the value, okay, suppose atmospheric pressure is a 9.8 meter. Okay, vapor pressure is a 0.43 at a 30 degree water temperature, means we can take a value on the steam table. Okay, suction head is 0.090. You can look here, 0.09 bar multiply by 10.2 convert into meter plus V square upon 2G 0.6 meter. Okay, I already make video on a V square upon 2G. If anybody don't know how to calculate the V square upon 2G, you can watch it. I will give link in the description. Also, you have to get link on screen. Press icon button and go to on that video and watch it. How to calculate V square upon 2G. Okay, and plus minus Z impeller center to suction center height is a 0.25 meter. So by calculating, our NPSH value is 8.8 meter. Okay, so we also take the second reading, third reading, fourth reading, fifth reading by substituting the here suction reading. Okay, so we have to get the reading, fifth reading, NPSH reading 8.8 meter, 8.3 meter, 7.33 meter, 6.3 meter and 6.03 meter. Okay, so here we can calculating the total head. Okay, total head is equal to delivery pressure plus suction pressure plus velocity head correction plus static head. Okay, previously I also make the video on it, how to calculate the total head. If anybody don't watch it, please watch it. I will give link in a description. You can watch here how to calculate the total head. Okay, so here we substituting the value. Okay, total head is equal to delivery head 5.27 meter, suction head 0.090 by multiplying with 10.2 to convert bar to meter. Okay, 1.2 is the velocity head correction and 1.0 is the static head. Okay, gauge center to impeller center. Impeller center is a 1.0 meter. Okay, by substituting value, we calculating the total head 56.87 meter. Okay, also we are substituting here first, second, third, fourth and fifth total head reading. Okay, you can here watch here 5 meter, 3 to 6 meter, 5 bar and 0.326 bar. Okay, so we can take average reading to a total head. Okay, so we are taken here first 3 reading average. Okay, 56.87 plus 56.77 and 56.71. Okay, dividing by 3, our average total head is a 56.78. Okay, so we are calculating the 3% head drop. 3% head drop of 56.78 is a 55.08 meter. Okay, NPSH graph loading. Okay, we are already calculating the value here, NPSH value. Okay, and the total head value. So our total head is a 56.78. It is the average value, and 3% head drop of total head is a 55.08. Okay, so on the basis of data, we can plot here the NPSH graph. Okay, so this value is a NPSH R versus total head. Okay, you can look here 8.8. Okay, at a x-axis 8.8, y-axis 56.87. Okay, you can plot the all point. Okay, and 3% head drop is a 55.08 on a y-axis. Okay. This is a 55.02. Our NPSH graph here cut here. Okay, we are on vertically projecting on a y-axis. It is a 6.1 meter. So our NPSH value is 6.1 meter at a 500 meter cube per hour flow. Okay, you can convert the water rating as per affinity law to a rated RPM. Okay, second method of NPSH test is a suction valve throttling method. Okay, previous method we down the sump level step by step and calculating the NPSH test. Okay, in that method we are adding this all in a suction line. Okay, and by throttling the suction valve we are rising the suction requirement and take a reading. Suction valve throttling means closing the valve step by step up to 3% of total head. Okay, on the basis of that reading we are calculating the NPSH and the total head as per previous. Okay, and plotting the graph NPSH versus total head and calculate the NPSH value. Okay, I hope you understand how to calculate the NPSH and NPSH. If you like video, please subscribe my channel. If you have any doubt, please ask in a comment box. Thank you for watching.